I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to The Resistance. If you've watched very many of my videos, you may have come across one where I proudly tell you that I was a sergeant in the 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault. And you might have come across the ones where I talk about being a veteran from a long line of veterans going back to the Revolutionary War. Maybe you saw the one where I question how any veteran could vote for a Republican these days. But on all of those videos where I mentioned any of these, there's at least one and often several people who say something along the lines of, where is our military? Why isn't our military saving us? This video is for you. I want you to consider something. So Trump launched this ridiculous, needless, there's too many adverbs, war in Iran. And it was after that, we launched this war that several of the top generals and admirals were fired or retired or whatever you want to call it. At any rate, some of these top people were kicked to the curb. And that is so obviously a bad thing for a president to kick some of his most experienced and smartest people out of the room that makes the decisions about our troops on the ground and on the sea. So I've been wondering, it's like, why? How could that, why would he, even he can't be that stupid, right? And then yesterday happened when we were all sitting around wondering if we were going to end up in a nuclear war. And I got thinking, what if those generals left, generals and admirals, what if they left because they were pushing back? What if they were saying, just because that other guy likes to bomb hospitals and schools doesn't mean we should? What if that's why they were forced out? You know what that mean? That mean that the military is pushing back. And I got to admit, I was surprised because Trump had made such a big deal, and that guy does not want to lose face over anything. And he all but surrendered yesterday when he announced this ceasefire, which, by the way, is not a real ceasefire. We are not out of danger. But that got me to thinking, what if the people who were on the submarines or the airplanes who would deliver the nuclear weapons, what if they were telling their commanders that that's an order they wouldn't be able to obey because it would be a war crime? What if that's what happened? You know what that means? For all of you folks who keep asking, why isn't our military saving us? Maybe they just did. Thanks for listening. Good day.